Now, can you believe it? For the first time since 2004, we're set to not see Ghana at the Africa Cup of Nations. This is a team that qualified for the World Cup, but are not going to qualify for the African Cup. Sudan 2, Ghana 0. And before we delve into Ghana's disastrous campaign, let's just give Sudan all the credit here. They didn't win by luck. They didn't fluke it. They went to Ghana, they drew 0-0, they were resolute, and today they won by 2, they should have won by 3 or 4. Lovely open, well, the first goal was not lovely, the second goal was lovely. The first goal, sort of the keeper scoops it out off the line, and there's a finish in from 1 yard from Al-Tash, and then the second goal from Abdul Rahman. You've got to remember the Sudan players, the big clubs, Al Hilal and Al Mariq, the clubs have moved from the Sudanese league to the Mauritanian league because of the ongoing war situation in Sudan. And they're playing the game in Benghazi. They managed to arrive there, unlike Nigeria-Libya. They're playing in Libya, full of Sudanese people in the crowd, and the crowd got what they deserved. A 2-0 win. Where do you start with Ghana? Pathetic. Kwesi Appiah is managing Sudan. The man that Ghana didn't want at the helm for them, a Ghanaian managing Sudan, taking 4 points from Ghana. It's astonishing. And Sudan looked like the team with Premier League players. Well, they've got the Issa brothers who played in the Football League, but still, they looked fantastic. Kudus, quiet. Jordan Ayew coming on. It's never going to work. I know Andre Ayew's not here anymore. The days of Jordan Ayew and Andre Ayew are over. Let Fatawu play. Kudus has got to have the team built around him. I know Partey was missing. Bringing on players like Lamptey, they should be starting. Everything's wrong. Inaki Williams. How many times has Inaki Williams scored in the Liga for Bilbao? He can't score for Ghana. It's embarrassing. That dressing room stinks. Why they went back to Otuado, I don't know. He had a disastrous World Cup campaign. Ghana were celebrating coming out of the group of the World Cup just because they took Uruguay with them. The whole thing's a shambles. So it might be sad having no Ghana at the Afcon, but you've got to say it's deserved and you've got to say it was coming, because even at the last Afcon they come out in the group stage. Qualifying for that one, Central African Republic nearly pipped them to that qualifying spot as well. Ghana, a shambles, on the pitch, upstairs, off the pitch. GFA need to have a long hard look at themselves, get in a coach, they get some young players in, try and get, I don't know, an Eddie and Nketiah to come and get some goals in that side. Big problems for Ghana. And I must stress that Ghana are not officially out yet. Angola have secured the top spot. I think they've won every game. They beat Niger away by 1-0. Because of the head-to-head, Sudan need just 1 point from their last 2 games to qualify for the Afcon. They're at Afcon 21. They weren't at Afcon 23. What a moment for the Sudanese people if they can qualify for the Afcon, considering everything that's going on back home. This is a fantastic achievement and you've got to give them full credit. Of course, Algeria have qualified, as we know, secured their place with 1-0 win against Togo. Equatorial Guinea looks set to join us out of Group E. 1 more point will seal it for Equatorial Guinea. The likes of Burkina Faso have qualified, Senegal have qualified, Cameroon have qualified, Angola we've just talked about as well. Egypt with 4 wins out of 4. Without Salah, went to Mauritania and won. Salah thought, Liverpool said, listen, you're playing Mauritania, the pitch is dangerous, can we have him back? They took him back, and a late goal from Adel means that Egypt have won every game without conceding a goal, as have DR Congo. 2 late goals from Meshak Elia means that DR Congo beat Tanzania once again and also qualify with 12 points out of 12, joining the host Morocco at Afcon 2025. Guinea had no points after the first 2 games. Well, I say Guinea, Girassi has very much showed why he plays for Dortmund. He's got a hat-trick in the first game against Ethiopia. More goals in the game today against Ethiopia. Guinea from 0 points to 6 points, from 4th place to 2nd place over match days 3 and 4. That's what you call a rescue job. And there's been some really interesting results. Let's talk about Nigeria's group. We get to the Libya game in a second. Rwanda beat Benin 2-1, which opens the door for Rwanda, which also might even close the door for Benin. Benin looked in a really strong position, but that lost to Rwanda. And Rwanda came from behind, scored a penalty to go 2-1 up against Benin. This group, anything can happen. Now, this Nigeria-Libya game has not happened. We've seen what's happened with the Nigeria players being stranded in an airport, not at Benghazi airport, God knows where this airport was. Now, Libya are saying Nigeria did it to them, held them for a few hours in the airport. We know Nigeria beat Libya 1-0 in a controversial game the other day. But you can't hold Nigeria in an airport with no food or water for nearly 24 hours. I'm not surprised Nigeria said to Libya, just take the points, we want to go home. What are CAF going to do with this? Because this game's been cancelled and there's not really any time to play it unless they fit 3 games into the next international break. But that's hard to see being done. Technically, CAF have to give Libya the points because Libya trained for the game, Libya were ready for the game, and Nigeria on paper refused to play it because of what happened. But considering the circumstances, it would be very harsh if CAF were to give Libya the 3 points, even though rule by rule, that's what they do. It wouldn't shock me if Libya got given the win because they, not the ones that refused to play, but it's certainly a sticky situation, and Rwanda beating Benin means this group is very much open. If Libya were to get the 3 points, they've very much got a chance as well because of Benin's loss and the loss it would give to Nigeria. So keep an eye on that one. What about this though? This is what happens when you don't play at home. Côte d'Ivoire lost to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone giving themselves a fantastic opportunity of qualifying once again in that group alongside Chad and Zambia. Zambia with the winner from Masonda to beat Chad. But Sierra Leone can beat Ivory Coast. If they can get some form together, who knows what they can produce. So that is a really impressive win and probably the performance of the weekend. Come on guys, Sierra Leone beating the winners of Afcon, Ivory Coast. That's fantastic. They've given themselves a real chance. Botswana showed it wasn't a fluke beating Cape Verde. They did it not once but twice. Back-to-back wins from Botswana against Cape Verde. Should the Algerians be worried about that World Cup qualifier in March? I hope not. That group's interesting as well. It puts Egypt on 12, Botswana on 6, Mauritania 3 points from 4 games, but they're not out of it yet. And Cape Verde are not out of it either. That group's going down to the wire. Egypt have got the first spot, obviously, but Botswana, Cape Verde and Mauritania, it could be any of those 3 at this stage. Who knows what can happen in that group. So plenty of interesting stories and games to come out of match days 3 and 4. The teams that have qualified for Afcon is starting to look a bit clearer. Looks like Ghana are going to miss out. Who other big teams are going to miss out? We'll have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.